Hey, Honors let me take care of vocab 9 for you. Um, and we're going to work on the completing the sentence part. Hopefully that'll get you through the rest with fewer questions. All right, better success. Um, Number 1, uh, we're looking for a verb. Now I know that because it's the type, um, we're looking for what is called the infinitive form. To plus any verb is an infinitive, and it's a phrase. It'll never be a main verb. An infinitive cannot be a main verb, but it acts as a phrase. All right. So I'm looking for a verb, and that narrows down the list to 3. All right. That's helpful if you recognize what part of speech. Now the sentence talks about how he rather throw the contents off the ship, or lose uh, the um, uh, the ship rather than letting the enemy have it. All right, and so if we look at number 20, there's a verb, scuttle, and scuttle. Our first one, to sink a ship by cutting holes in it. Okay, um, that's our answer here. Number 2, uh, um, names on a trophy for for them to stay permanently in that medal. They have to be. We're looking for another verb, and if you look on, or if you look at number 15, um, to write or engrave, that's our verb. All right, that engrave makes it a lasting thing, something that's going to be there for a while. Now, because it's past tense, um, or actually it's future perfect, we need an ed ending on it. Okay. Number 3, we need another verb. It's like we're getting all of our verbs out of the way. Okay. Um, and this verb, looking at our list, this verb means to um, incite, to make somebody want to do something. All right, makes them want to act. All right, or push forward. All right, and so um, there, because of that fairness, they wanted to admit the mistake. They were forced. They were impelled. All right, um, impelled to admit they made a mistake. Okay. Number 4, we need an adjective. The odor, said Limburger cheese. Oh my goodness. I went when I was in Philadelphia one time. I went into a cheese shop, and if you ever see the movie Rocky, um, the original, I walked the path, ran the path that Rocky ran up the stairs, that sort of thing. Anyway, when I was running through this open market area, there's a cheese shop. Went in there, and I just turned around, and the guy at the counter said, "Honey, just come on in. You'll get used to it like that." Not true. Oh, it was so awful smelling. Anyway, awful made you kind of want to hurl. All right. That strong odor, we look for adjective, and number 19. Okay, definitely offensive, disagreeable. Oh, it was repugnant. Okay. Number 5. Um, the key word in there, and I need an adjective. Let me just start there. I need an adjective, so that's kind of what we're looking for. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but 7, but we already used one. I'm looking for an adjective, and it has to do with having a variety of cultures, a wide variety of cultures. That's my that's my clue word, that diversity there. All right. And so if we look over number 11, heterogeneous, um, heterogeneous, genus, that is uh, composed of different kinds, diverse. All right. That's what we're looking for there. Okay. On number 6, we also need that adjective. All right, so looking for that next adjective. Um, we must have courage and clear-sightedness to realize that what is quick is not always right. Quick and easy is not always right. All right, so the word that means quick and easy um, is number 7. Okay, number 7, expedient. If it seems like a big advantage because it's quick, it's easy, it's advantageous to us, it may not always be right. Okay. Have you ever heard that statement? The first meaning there, means to an end. An expedient, it would be that means to an end. Um, uh, Sometimes people, it doesn't matter how you get to a situation, or get to your goal. It doesn't matter how to get there, all right, as long as you get there. So they take advantage of an expedient necessary to get them to that goal, even if it means trampling all over the underdog or somebody less fortunate. Doesn't matter. That they just want to reach their goal. That's what it means there by a means to an end. All right. In our story, Bull de Swift, it's exactly what happened. All right. The Bull de Swift, her compromise was the expedient that all the other passengers wanted from her. Okay. Number 7, um, uh, rapid inflation. Prices go up. Okay. Prices go up. And so something that uh, we need a verb here. Okay. And escalate is our word. Prices jump up. All right. Take number 7, escalate. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, number 6, escalate. Number 8, here we're looking for uh, speech, type of speech. And the prefix means one. So it's one person speaking. We call that, look at number 16, a monologue. When one person is speaking. Now, late night talk show or comedy, late night comedy, they have their monologue at the beginning, and it's just the comedian out there giving his spiel. Okay? Um, uh, so if a monologue is one person speaking, what's two people speaking? Now we have dialogue, right? Um, Keeping that log or speech. What's the speech at the beginning of a play? That's our prologue. and the speech at the end of the play. Remember in As You Like It, how Rosaline said it was unseemly for a female to give the epilogue. That's after, all right? So, or at the end of the play, we have an end speech or a final speech, okay? Number 9. Oh, this is interesting because another class has the same vocab word. Number 12, New York Marathon begins with a horde of runners. So that got us talking because horde, oh, I just looked down, Verrazano Narrows Bridge. I lived by that when I taught New York City. How about that? Anyway, horde is what we call a collective noun. A horde sounds singular, but it's made up of a bunch of nouns. Okay? You can't have one person being a horde. You can't have one zombie being a horde of zombies, right? So we start talking about playing the collective noun game, what do you call a group of whales? I think they're called a pod. Okay, and a group of lions was pride. A group of one I think is very interesting is a group of crows. So if you watch this, be the first to tell me what you call a group of crows, and I'll give you I'll let you take a goodie from the prize bag. All right, if you're right. So be the first one to tell me what's the collective noun for a group of crows. Okay, be the first. Moving on to number 10. This word can be an adjective or a noun. Okay, an adjective or a noun. In this particular one, we need the adjective form. All right, and auxiliary is our word. If you look at number 1, my key word here is they volunteer to serve. So it's a helping position. All right. So an auxiliary group, they're a group that helps the non-volunteers. All right. They help. They support a cause. Okay. In this particular sentence, it's helping the police with crime watcher sort of thing, or crime stopping, neighborhood crime watch. They're the auxiliary group helping the police. Okay. 11. Let's see. The dormitory is so small. So this is a room so small, it's comparable to a cubicle. Yeah, we need a noun there. Take a look at number 3. Small room or compartment. And we see on movies and whatever where the character might complain about his cubicle being so small, or having to work in a bunch where there's just tons of cubicles. Okay. All righty. Number 12. We need an adjective. And we need the, let's see, it looks like it's saying, it's good to be truthful and honest, but there are times when you should keep some thoughts and opinions to yourself. Open, honest. If you take a look at number 2, all right, coming out and just saying it with no censor, to see if it's the right time to say something or not. Okay. Candid is, not having that censor, just coming out and saying it. Little kids are notorious for that, aren't they? Okay. Another way to explain the candid, some years ago, and they tried to resurrect this show. They had candid camera, and they would catch people in poses that were, or in situations where they didn't realize that they were having a picture taken of them, all right, or that they were on film, and so, or they were being filmed, and so it was unrehearsed, unposed. That's candid, okay, without any posturing, okay. Alrighty, let's see. 13. We need a noun. The it's linked to boredom, and it's like tedious work. Okay, things you don't want to have to do, but you know you have to do it. All right, something that you just don't want to do so much. And if you look over at number 4, drudgery. The key word that helped me was with long hours of practicing the piano. I would enjoy that, but a lot of people, oh man, I'd rather be out doing this, that, and the other thing. So it's drudgery to them. Okay. Number 14. If you're finding listening to a person's voice painful to listen to, there must be something wrong with the voice that's causing it to make other people kind of, ooh, that's hard to listen to. Okay, so we need an adjective. This adjective, however, is it looks like a verb because it has an ing ending, but it's really an adjective. It's called a participle. Take a look at number 18. Okay. It can also be, as we see, a noun. The rasping came from the closet that was in the haunted house. All right, so it can be used as a noun. Number 15, the aspiring dress designer, okay, has some acumen, has some understanding, has a knack for color and texture. So this is a noun, and they just have kind of that almost instinctual knowledge that something works in an outfit or um, the way they present themselves. All right, and so if you take a look at number 9. Um, the sentence says this person has a flair for color and texture. They just kind of instinctually know what works well together. Some people can do that. They put things together in an outfit, and you're like, whoa, I could never pull that off. But they sure can because they just have that flair. Okay? Number 16. Sorry, I keep on putting this in my face. Number 16, my rather lame excuse for failing to complete my homework was greeted with a, I need an adjective, snort by the teacher. Okay, well, no worries, I won't snort. But this word, it has in on the front and an adjective suffix. And in the middle, we hear the word credit. Credit. All right. If we give some information credit, we say, yeah, we could see that. All right. But um, incredulous, the lus makes it an adjective. In makes it the opposite of credible. All right. You're like, No, I don't believe that story. That story has no credit. It has no merit. All right. So incredulous would be an incredulous response would be, yeah, right. I don't even believe that. You know, it's like, oh, my dog ate my paper, or my dog ate my printer, so I couldn't print off my homework. You know, this sort of thing. That you might get a incredulous look or the eyebrow. All right. Um, but that's what incredulous means. It's like, yeah, I'm not believing that. Okay. It doesn't have credit, or the story doesn't have merit. Okay. Number 17, we need a noun, and this is a special blank was named by the president to negotiate a settlement in war-torn Middle East. So a special group that's traveling for a special mission. All right. Um, so if you look on, let's see, if you look at number 5, okay, special representative, special messenger with a specific mission. All right, that's an envoy. Okay. Um, oh, okay. Number 18. This is kind of a funny sentence for this word. We need a noun in it. Peter listened attentively to my dire blank of the probable effect of a third bowl of chili, what a third bowl of chili would have on his digestion. All right. So you're predicting what treatment or what the effect would be after that third bowl of chili. Like a doctor would say, okay, if you continue on this particular diet and take this medicine, you will, I would predict that this would happen. All right. You would be healed. If you keep your arm in this sling, then your shoulder will heal. Okay. You give it time to heal. So, take a look over on number 17. Okay. A prognosis. That would fit in there. A prognosis is here's ideas for treatment, and if you do this, this is what you could expect. Okay. So what comes before the prognosis? Well, a diagnosis comes first. First, we figure out what the problem is, and then here's what you can do to treat the problem. Okay. Number 19, um, uh, pretending, faking. That's the word we need for number 9. We need another infinitive. All right, we're building an infinitive, so we need a verb. I couldn't help admiring her ability to fake interest as he continued his endless explanation of German irregular verbs. All right, so that faking it, and if you take a look at number 8, feign means to pretend. All right, you fake. You might um, feign an illness, okay, to get out of school. Okay. Let's see, number 20. When Lincoln had been in the White House about a year, he suffered a blank loss in the death of his youngest son. Something that would cause him, we need an adjective to describe that loss. It would be severe. It would be something that would cause great grief. All right. Take a look at number 10. Okay. Grievous loss. Okay. And 21. Got to use something twice. We will use any blanks we can think of to help us get through this extremely difficult time. Well, let's think about the people on the carriage at Bull de Swift. They were willing to use any expedient, anything to their advantage to get them where they wanted to go. All right? Even if that meant forcing a woman to go against her convictions. All right? So we're looking for expedience there. And we need the plural so that we have, yeah, agreement there. Any expedience. Okay? Expedient would work as well, the singular. Now that I'm looking at it, it would. All right. Anyway, I hope that helps you out. Okay. Remember, tell me what you call a group of crows for a prize from the goodie bag. Talk to you later.